Okay, it's official. Matt Hardy has been released. Finally. They have done a big heaping bowl and nothing with Matt for quite some time. I'll be honest, Matt, when he was first fired from the E, is the whole, Edge leader sort of deal. I got to meet him at a PCW event. It's a Chicago-based indie wrestling group. He was really cool to meet. Nice, personable guy. And they did some work with Ring of Honor. I think that's when he did his match with Christopher Daniels. Google that. That is a solid match. That's you know what? Matt can sickly work a match. Then he came back to the E, had that really good, feud with Edge. That was way, way, way too short. Went to SmackDown. Started pushing that whole, Matt version 1. He never hit a version 2. And the feud with MVP. When MVP had, the heart problem so they couldn't actually wrestle, they made an amazing, entertaining feud without them wrestling. How do you do that? How do you make a good feud between two wrestlers without having them wrestle? It was great. It was entertaining. It worked. And then all of a sudden after that, Matt, he went to ECW and really didn't do anything. I mean, it was really sad. Because ECW around that time, you could have had a Matt Hardy Punk feud or a Matt Hardy John Morrison feud. They could have done a lot with him, but they really didn't. Instead, it was kind of a Matt Hardy Mark Henry sort of feud that didn't really work. Then he went on to SmackDown, where he kind of feuded with really nobody. He had the Drew McIntyre feud, which didn't really go anywhere. And then he had, the severe abdominal problems, where his intestines bust through his abdominal wall. The photos of that were absolutely disgusting. And that's why he lost a step. He started a Wicked Charlie Hosspot. That's when your name's announced and nobody cheers at all. Where you compare him to his brother Jeff. Jeff was essentially kind of let go to drugs, went to TNA, did some interesting stuff, came back, became a world champion, had a pretty solid feud with Punk, quit before he got fired because of drugs, and then he went to TNA, and you know what? He's their heel champion right now. Now, Matt can go. And I've seen some of his new videos where he's talking about, when I go to TNA, I might not be that great in the ring anymore, but I've got a lot up here. I'm mentally ready for the business. I learned a lot from Vince McMahon. That's the Matt Hardy that I really don't like. The over-the-top, super cocky, I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to start my own promotion. Alright. I'm going to TNA. Alright. Matt, if you're to go to TNA, either you're going to be in the shadow of Jeff Hardy or in the shadow of a bunch of other wrestlers. I don't think your situation would be better in TNA than it was in the E. The only difference is you'll be there with Jeff, so you probably tag team with him. I mean, there's enough bigger name talent than Matt Hardy in TNA that Matt really won't do a whole lot in TNA. He'll get a nice paycheck. Probably about it. Instead, I think, if Matt wants to start his own promotion again, cool. See if Shane Helms wants to help out with it. And go back to Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor will help get rid of any roughs you got from the E, and that'll get you into better shape. Your match with Daniels, awesome. Austin Aries. Try to tell you that wouldn't be a sick match. You've got a lot of great opportunities there to really, really get your name back out there. Get rid of any remote ring rust you've currently got. Showcase your actual talent. Rebuild a fan base again. Make people love Matt Hardy again for some solid in-ring work and some solid promos. You don't want to go from the crap that you did in E to transfer over to TNA and maybe do nothing. Take this time. He knows he needs to go to Ring of Honor, re-solidify himself as a solid in-ring performer. Do some good matches. Do some nice, good feuds. Then go to TNA. Go to TNA with the proper amount of motivation and the proper amount of inspiration. And you know what will happen? You will be a solid X Division contender. You might even get a chance at the main belt. If he goes from E right to TNA, he's going to be stuck and he's going to do a big fat wad of nothing. When Christian went to TNA, he was one of their bigger draws. When Angle went to TNA, he was one of their bigger draws. And they both became world champions. You still have Angle. You have Anderson who's waiting for his title run. Rob Van Dam who just had his title run. Jeff Hardy, who's currently had his title run. Hogan, who's trying to make sure whoever he wants will have a title run. Flair, Styles. You notice how now I'm playing against people who are homegrown TNA talent. Joe. Gee, you're already like the 9th guy. Oh, I forgot Abyss. So it's pretty simple. Like if you go there now, Matt, you're like the 10th, 12th, 11th, maybe 15th most popular guy there. You know what happens when you're not like in this part 5 right here? You're probably not going to even smell that title. You become just lapdog. So anyways, I'm glad to see he's out of E. He did nothing with him. Nothing. They kept him there like, here's a paycheck, yeah. Don't form the Hardy Boys in TNA. But Jeff needs to hit the indie circuit again. He needs to do Ring of Honor. He needs to get himself back into a really good ring shape. So if he shows up on TNA, the way he left E, yeah. You left E looking pathetic. If you go to TNA looking pathetic, it'd be like a reverse Braden Walker. You saw how far his career went. So anyways, I'm glad Matt Hardy finally got his release. I wish him the best of luck. I want him to become the Matt Hardy that he can be, not the one that he currently is.